So today, part of my Christmas special week. Today we're going to have a look at my RC4WD Drive D90, the Heritage Edition. This vehicle is 4 years old, and it's done about 100 trail miles. Now, I don't know if that's a lot or not, to be honest. I don't know how many you guys do, but I guess that's on average, what, 25 miles a year? Let me know, in the comments what your thoughts are on what sort of mileage you do each year. This is my favourite truck to use. I'm not really a crawler, mountain climber, rock crawler type of guy. I like the look of realism, and I like scale stuff, and the vehicle gets driven accordingly. It's not driven hard in any real shape or form compared to some stuff, and as a result I've been quite lucky regarding breakages. The D90 is fairly standard, as it came from the RC4WD Drive factory. It does have a few mods. Notably, it has a Fusion 1200 kV combined motor and ESC, which is truly, those things are just fantastic. I mean, makes you wonder what we did before they come out. Obviously we had the Hobbywing 1080, which was probably the go-to ESC, but now with combined ESCs and receivers, they really do offer something quite different, something else for the RC buff. Other modifications the truck has are the tyres and wheels have been replaced. The black 8 spokes that come with the vehicle, they look okay, but not really my cup of tea. They don't assist much with ground clearance because the tyres are quite small. So it now has RC4WD Drive Land Rover Wolf replica rims, and it has a set of Super Swamper knockoff tyres. I couldn't tell you who made them, where they come from, probably somewhere in China, but they slightly bigger than the stock issue tyres, so just help a little bit with that extra bit of ground clearance. Other modifications are more cosmetic. The rear opening tailgate opens down. You can see in there's a number of items: Land Rover bag, toolbox, fuel can, chainsaw, high lift jack and a rope. The bag, that is a AliExpress special. The jack was a Christmas present 1 year from my wife. The jerry can, the toolbox and the chainsaw are 3D printed, and they were printed along with the inner arch liners by my good friend Ant Onions from Ant Scale Designs. I have to say, if you want 3D printed stuff, the stuff that Ant does is just out of this world. Look him up on Facebook. So it's Ant Scale Designs. The inner part of the rear bed of the truck cab has black checker plate. This also is 3D printed, but I managed to pick this up on eBay. You can get them in black, silver, and I think a bronzy brown colour, but I went for black. Truck is driven by Arnie, good old Arnie. I'm sure he drives quite a few trucks out in the scale world. He's got a companion of a small dog in there. He hasn't really got a name, he's just called Dog. Other accessories on there are the snorkel. This is a CC hand variety that was purchased on AliExpress. Only took 4 days to get here to England from China, which I think is pretty damn good. On the front of the truck there are more accessories. The bumper and light bar are CC hand. There's an RC 4-wheel drive winch which is wired in. The sunscreen, the Land Rover Puma sunscreen and the Puma on the bonnet, these are again printed by Antscale Designs. The reason why it has Puma on the bonnet and Puma on the sunscreen is because it is a Land Rover Puma bodied vehicle, and I thought it would make a nice change from having that instead of Defender or words that are similar to that. Here you can see the 3D printed arch liners from Antscale Designs. The rest of it is basically standard RC 4-wheel drive layout, single speed gearbox, battery tray in the usual place. It's got the remote for the winch and the receiver box at the back. Oh, incidentally, the rear mud flaps and the front mud flaps, these are another Antscale Design item. They are neoprene made, which is what you get for your wetsuit, and very cleverly Ant has managed to get some Land Rover, printed some Land Rover decals and managed to get them to stick to the neoprene, which is no mean feat in its own. So that really wraps up this video. It is my favourite go-to truck. It's done 100 scale trail miles. I suppose if you multiply that by a tenth, that's what, 100. That's 1,000 scale miles. 100 real miles, 1,000 scale miles. I love this truck. It's my go-to. It's my favourite. I know RC 4-wheel drive isn't everybody's cup of tea, but hey, nice hard body truck. I love it. And let me know in the comments how many miles some of your rigs have done. I'm sure some of you guys have done a lot more than 100. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.